We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. Okay. What's up? What's up, everybody? Am I getting chats? Am I getting chats in here? That's really. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. Okay. Oh, okay. We're definitely getting chats. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Trying out something new and fun today. Yeah, as you can see, we have a little chat overlay that I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be working it out. I'm gonna be working out some kinks today. I just want to say Happy Pride, everyone. Everyone watching. We have our companion. We like to call him Gay Seal. We've had him for a very long time. Got him sometime on tour in Idaho on Thanksgiving out of a vending machine. And Gay Seal has been with us ever since. Happy Pride, everyone. Look at Gay Seal back there. So I did one of these for Tenderly, and it was fun. It was a lot of work to edit it after the fact, and then I was like, you know what? Life's too short to try and be perfect. I'm just gonna do this live. I'm gonna show you how annoying it is to like navigate a Pro Tools session, and just be real with you guys. That's really it. Okay, so I don't want to dive in just yet because I still haven't gotten this little chat thingy to show up, to update, to do what it said it would do. But that's okay because I'm gonna troubleshoot right now live for you guys. So here we go. Let me get some chats going. I want to see some chats, and it's not updating. Okay, this is why we're doing this live, so that you guys could see the craziness that I have to deal with. Okay, gonna put that here. Okay, here we go. Okay, boom. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone's Friday going? It's a big day. Hello, hello. Welcome. If you're just joining us, very shortly, we're going to be going through our song, Everything You Do, and showing you track by track how we made it. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everyone. As always, I am here trying to figure out how to make my chat work. Okay, let's figure this out. Just me logging in. Okay. Oh, cool. AJR used to do these. Speaking of, we're playing with AJR this summer. We're playing on June 30th. I think that's the right date. At Red Rocks. Yeah, it's June 30th. 99.9% sure. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Of course, everything works up until the point where I need it to work. But that's okay. If you're just joining us, we're going to be going through Everything You Do live after I get this chat thing to work. All right, here we go. Okay. Hey. Hello, Brazil. Oh, and thank you so much. Yes, I'm now engaged. It's real. Someone said, seeing me not perform actively is weird because I'm just a normal guy. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say normal. It's not usually the word I get. Okay, so we're getting some new chats coming in. How do I get this to work better, though? Let's see. Isn't it so fun troubleshooting how like everything works and then you do the thing and then doesn't work? But that's okay. That's what life is about. It's about trying and failing, failing some more, failing again, and then you get it right. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hello. Maybe this could do it. Let's try this. This might break everything. This might just crash everything. We're about to find out. Okay. It didn't crash everything. It just made the chat go away. So yep. We're doing good. This is off to a great start. This is going as well as I thought it was gonna go. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Okay, let's see. What if I try this? Again, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna be going through everything you do in just a second. Once Calvin can figure out how to get this working. YouTube. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm probably going to just keep all this up on YouTube. Because why not? Because people, we need to store this on the internet forever. People need to know the pain I went through to try and get comments to show up. Okay. Here we go. It's gonna happen. I promise, guys. I'm gonna get the comments to show on the screen. Let's do this. Come on. This should work. This should work. And if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Here we go. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, this is my little rain right now. Someone said you can't have a rainbow without little rain. I'm gonna make the rainbow happen, guys. It's just raining really hard on me right now. Okay. Let's try this out. Like I said, I swear I had all the chats popping up right before this, and it was beautiful. And then you go live, and then nothing works. That's just kind of how it always works. Well, let's see. Still nothing on the page. That's crazy. Well, I'm trying real hard, guys. I'm trying real hard. Let's see what I can do to make it. Oh my gosh, we got some comments. They're coming in. They're coming in, guys. Yeah! We did it! We got comments. Okay. Let's see if I can get TikTok to work. Ooh, baby. Okay, we did it. I was right about to give up too. Okay. Just me doing a CAPTCHA. I just have to do a CAPTCHA real quick. Oh no, it went away. Oh, did it work? Okay, guys, look, you're on the stream. Everyone can talk to me now. Okay. Come on. We're gonna make this work. So we got YouTube. Oh, we got TikTok in there. We got it working. All right, guys, that's the stream. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing today, guys. We got it, guys. I mean, no, of course. I know what I'm doing. I knew that was gonna happen. Wow. Okay, so who's here? Okay. Boom. You know what? We're gonna get there's people watching on Facebook right now, and I feel like I need to loop them in too. This is crazy, guys. For the first time, we've never done this. We've never had the chat on the stream. And you know what? It's the chat that's coming in from, we got YouTube and we got TikTok here. Everyone, the entire internet is here. We're bringing communities. We're bridging the gap between apps. I know Google and ByteDance, they probably fight a lot. They're probably like really big competitors. But we're here to show them that we're about love here at the Happy Fits. We're about bringing people together. All right. Watch me get banned from everyone now. Okay. Let me see if I could bring in the Zuckerbergs. How do I bring in the Facebook people? Let me. Who's having fun? I'm having fun. This should just be the stream. Calvin troubleshoots things. What do I do next? What do I do next? Let's see. We're gonna go this. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay. Okay. If you're on Facebook, drop a comment right now because I think it works. I think I got it to work. Okay. So we got the Zuckerbergs in here. We got ByteDance. We got YouTube. This is like a United Nations. Now we just need to get. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get the Twitchers in here too. Who owns them? Bezos. All right. So we're getting everyone together here. Look at that. Guys, now that we're all together. Yes. Let's go. We got like a United Nations going on right now of social medias. Don't fight. Whatever you guys do, do not fight. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay. Remember how I told you that I had it working? I told you I had it working. So welcome everyone. Say hi to everyone. Let's do a country roll call. Now that I think the stream has officially begun. The only people not here is Instagram, but I'm not even streaming on Instagram, and we already have the Zuckerberg representation from the people on Facebook. So, I think without further ado, everyone, let's say hi. Where's everyone calling from in the world? Let's do this. Let's do this. We really did that, guys. We did that live. Okay. Hello. And now that you've seen my my intense troubleshooting skills, I think it's time that you guys send me a galaxy or something. Just kidding. You don't have to, but you should. You really should. Hey Twitchers. Yo, we got a lot of people here. Hi Netherlands. Okay. We got a heart. That's very cool. Hi from the US. Again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be going through everything you do very shortly. I swear. Look, I got it pulled up right here. I got it right here. Woo! I do want to say happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. Is everyone having a good Pride? LGBTQ plus community is like our entire community sometimes, it seems like. And we just love you all. Thank you for all your support. We love seeing y'all on the road. We just hope that you guys are having a good month. Hello. Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Again, if you missed it, we got Gay Seal over here. We picked him up at a vending machine in a gas station in Boise, Idaho. It wasn't even Boise. It was somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Boise. In a vending machine on Thanksgiving. But Gay Seal is here with me today to celebrate us walking through everything you do live. And that reminds me, I have to do a shout out. If you notice, I'm wearing this shirt right now. This is one of the Happy Fits shirts that has, just gone on sale from Tor. I don't even know if we had these in the US. But you can check all that out. We put up a crew neck. We put up some other shirts. It's all at thehappyfits.com. Check it out. Okay, so let's interact with the comments for a second, and then we're going to go to everything you do. And we're going to go and reveal all the secrets. Someone said the guitar gets the couch, but the cello has to stand. I didn't actually put that guitar there. I think Luke put that guitar there like yesterday. So I'm blaming him for not putting it on a stand, but it actually looks pretty good there, Hey, thanks for the follow on TikTok, Liv. What's up? What's up? We got everyone here. We got every social media platform here. Every social media platform that matters. Hello, hello. Okay, can you shout out my crush Emre? He's your biggest fan and has apparently met you before. Well, hi Emre. Your crush wanted me to say hello for you. Do you see them? Do you see them? Oh, hi. We got one of the girls on TikTok. She was at our Harrisburg show. She says hi. She made cutouts of Nico and Reina, their faces. Those were pretty awesome. We got no one else on the tour doing that. Please don't stop doing that. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Okay. Someone's going to Twitch. Very cool. Very cool. Hi, guys. Welcome. If you're joining from TikTok, I just got to say, let's bring on the galaxies. Come on. You know, we got to show the YouTube people what's up. Because every time we go live on TikTok, we just like drown in galaxies. It's actually crazy. Hello. Welcome. So we've been live for 18 minutes and we haven't done a single thing with everything you do. I just want to say I did one of these behind the musics for our song Tenderly. It came out this February and I edited it all together. It was super pristine. And like when I was making this record, I was super into, there's this website called Mix with the Masters. And, you know, there's a bunch of producers and mixing engineers and recording engineers, and they kind of like walk you through how they did a song or like, you know, do like master classes and like teach you a bunch of stuff. And like, I loved that website and, you know, that series. I still watch all as many of them as I can. But it was fun to like kind of make my own version of that. And while I was editing it, I was just like, I'm not a master. You know, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I figured, why not just do it live and show you all the imperfections, show you how, you know, how crazy it is to try and make something with severe imposter syndrome. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of you out there that might relate to that a little bit. That's right. Talking to you, tampons and tea bags. Thanks for the hearts. Hey, we just got another gift from tampons and tea bags. Thank you. You might win most ridiculous name of this live. Well, without further ado, let's just get into it. Yeah. So what we're listening to here, welcome. You know what? Let me do like a fresh. You know, maybe I'm gonna cut the first 20 hours of this YouTube video out so we just have like a clean start, but then we lose the live chat, which kind of sucks. But you know, all right, I'm gonna show you everything you do and how we made it. Boop. Look at that transition. So what I have open right here, it's the version that we sent to mix, so it's actually not the mix version, so you're just gonna hear it's gonna sound slightly different, but also not at all, but also slightly different. I'm just gonna play up until, let's say, the first pre-chorus right now. Let's take a listen. As you can see, this is like the most maximalist song on the record maybe that we've ever done. There's tons of tracks. Most of them are just like, you know, little layers and sections and whatnot. It's, you know, it's crazy, but it's not crazy at the same time. I haven't like pre-looked at any of this really. I like played it through to make sure everything is like there. But in terms of like listening back to tracks and stuff, I haven't really no idea. So I'm going to be discovering stuff with you guys and trying to remember what I was thinking when I was editing this and recording it. And that's all the fun of why we're here. So without further ado, let's listen to the intro and the verse of Everything You Do. Here we go.
One more night of overtime, keep me up in this box with knuckles like, well, I got bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. I'm so
Okay, so let's just dive into that. I think what everyone needs to know is everything I'm gonna say in this video. The instrumentals of this record, we recorded it at this amazing studio called Applehead Recording Studio in Woodstock, New York. We recorded that summer 2024. So I'm working off a 2-year-old memory right now. So forgive me if it's not true, but I don't know anyone that's going to call me out. So maybe I'm just gonna make stuff up. So all the instruments, the drums, the guitars, and the bass, and the cello were all recorded at Woodstock because it had this huge barn, like it was a converted barn, and it sounded so massive and anthemic, and that was the vibe of all of the demos that we had made. And we were like, we want this record to also sound massive and anthemic, and like you're in like a rock arena show. So imagine like 30-foot ceilings. It wasn't like a barn with hay, you know, like they had made it really nice. Applehead is amazing. And at the time, I didn't know much about drum kit production. So, you know, I left that up to Ayad in terms of like figuring out where to place all these drums. So there's a few triggers in here, but for most part, let me see. So we got a trigger right here on the kick and the snare and the rack and the floor. But otherwise, we were recording the drum kit on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 microphones. We had these 3 microphones at the end, which I like to call the flavor microphones. Some were placed really far away. Others were, you know, just kind of like, we call them trash microphones or something. Just give it a little bit more dirt. And those are fun because we like mix those in, you know, a little bit at a time to kind of give sections a different feel, to kind of bring out, you know, the certain emotion that we're trying to make. I'm trying to see right now if there's any crazy automation on them. And there is not. Those are just running the whole time. So other songs, I know for a fact, we would bring in that trash mic or that far away. We called it, I think it was like the attic microphone, like a microphone 60 feet away from the kit. But just listen, you'll hear, when we just listen and isolate the kit, you're going to hear the guitars, the amplifiers, which were in an ISO booth. They're bleeding through the drums. And then we overdubbed all of the guitars eventually. So all of that, you know, in the main scheme of the mix, you don't actually hear it. But it's cool to listen in the kit because it's actually Raina and Nico playing live. And Graham was on bass. So here's just the drums in the intro. See if you could hear the guitars. They're back there. You hear how much like room and space there is for all that drum? Ugh. It's so beautiful. I love that room. I'm trying to see if maybe one of these flavor microphones probably has it. Is here. That one's a bit. That one's like far away. This one's like right up there. This one is probably the attic mic. Got a nice stereo pair in that room. How wide that is. Trashy. That was fun. Man, this track was so much fun. That woo in the beginning of the song, if you heard it, that is actually Luke doing it. Before a take, I was like, I got the lucky, you know, the lucky seat, and I just got to sit there and tell them like, change that from behind like the console in the recording room. And I think towards the end, everyone was like getting really tired because I made them run like 50 million takes. I was like, yell before you start this one. Oh! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We should just sample that. Does someone want to sample that? How do I... That's like a really good scream sample right there. I could listen to that all day. Okay, so going on, let's talk about, there's so much to talk about. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about the guitars, of course. So standard Happy Fits recording guitars, we like to overdub some acoustic guitars always. They just add a nice sparkle to everything. So these weren't recorded in the room with everyone. These were also recorded at Applehead, just overdubbed. But let's take a listen. that's so much fun. We were listening to so much Fleetwood Mac, when we were making this record, and ABBA, and we were just like, oh, and the Talking Heads. That was probably the biggest one, actually. I'd say the Talking Heads. And there, after watching Stop Making Sense, seeing David Byrne play the acoustic guitar almost as if it was like a percussion instrument, like a shaker, like that was so inspiring for us making this record, because it's like, I love shakers, we just don't have a shaker player. So having an acoustic guitar just going, especially, we haven't gotten to the pre-chorus yet, but I'll be sure to play there. Cello wise, here we go. I think for this record, the main thing I did with the cellos, I'm not 100% sure, it's been 2 years, but I'm pretty sure I did like a main cello up the middle, and then I would like do like one like kind of like split off to the sides. And at the time, I really liked that sound. I'm not sure if I do it the same now, but it does a good job of making the cello sound pretty wide, So let's take a listen to these cellos. So I love the sound of the hair, of like the horsehair against the metal string. I love, it's like a natural distortion that you get with playing cello, and I like to bring that out a lot. So like, this is my cello processing that I did for basically this record. I'm always changing it, always trying to find things. The cello in rock music is like kind of uncharted territory. So like, I just do what I feel like sounds good in the moment. So this is a crazy chain that I have right here. I don't know if I do this again, but okay, let's see what we got. Okay, we're putting it through G-Bus. All right. Okay. Decapitator is probably one that makes it. This one makes it like every time. It's the plugin. Everyone uses Decapitator. It really just saturates. I think it saturates. Does it saturate or does it overdrive? I don't know. It's like a square and rectangle thing. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just do what sounds good. So let's take off some of this and see what let's do one plain cello, because I'm just genuinely curious what this all sounds like. Okay, that doesn't sound like bad, but like it's not gonna cut through this mix. It needs teeth, and that's why I use the Decapitator. Yeah. It just adds like some fun edge, and it needs to sound like rock. So that's what I'm doing on the cellos there. I think I really changed it up for, a lot of the songs on this record, because at the time I was really experimenting a lot. But that's the cello. Okay, let's go on. We got some rhythm guitars here. This is Reina. So we had two different, I think she was recording through two different amps. As you can see, I simplified it for our mixing person, so I don't know what amps or what microphones, but they were really old and super cool. That's I can tell you. And I think, at the time I was having a lot of fun with panning, probably too much fun. And what I would do a lot on this record is, okay, the verses come in. Nico and Reina are just going to they're each going to have their own side of the mix. So when you watch us live, Reina's on the right, Nico's on the left. And I think for the most part, that is how the verses and pre-choruses of this record are. You're just going to get one guitar on aside until the choruses, and then it's like everything, everywhere, loud, 10, 11. like I said, super maximalist. Let's see. Let's get this chat back going on. Okay, so I think this is a good time to take a pause and just say, hey, are there any questions before we move on to the next section? You know. Oh, actually, before we move on to the vocals, it does sound really country. You know, I don't know if necessarily that's what we were going for, but when you definitely listen to everything alone, it sounds country. You're like, oh, they're on a horse. That was one of my main like inspirations, was this like image of just like riding a horse like that. That's how you know you have like a fun little beat. Question: Daydream release when? That's like an old demo. We played that live. We played that live a few times in 2019, and then never released it because we realized I think we have better songs. Will it come out? Can't tell you. Can't tell you that question. I don't know. I don't know anything. Will there be a new release soon? Soon is relative, so yes. Like the cowboy oranges, yes. Again, if you're watching on TikTok, you better throw down some galaxies to show the YouTube people what's up. All right, you know what I'm talking about. Hello. Someone is asking, is mayonnaise an instrument? Yes, it is. Okay. Someone's saying, would we consider releasing demos? Probably not like officially, maybe at like the 100-year anniversary, but on a live stream, you know, I can do whatever I want. So, yeah, maybe, do I have it? You know, at the end of the stream, if you guys are good, I'll pull in the demo for this one because it's kind of crazy. It's actually insane. Very different than where we ended up. So, okay, moving on. We're going to go. What haven't we gotten to? We haven't gotten to this lead guitar. Ooh, so this is Nico. Everyone is... That guitar is ripping. That is sick. Same thing. We had 2 amps on that one. Man, that rips. That's so fun. Oh, and then I guess we were running it through some natural delay. So you're actually hearing a whole bunch of space. All right, so that was a fun little guitar trick that I learned when I was doing this record, is if you want to make your guitar sound wider, you can put one on one side of the stereo spectrum, aka put it to the left, take your delay or reverb, put it to the other side. Boom, you got a super wide guitar. It tricks the brain into making it think that it's in a super wide space. Okay, so that's fun. That's what the lead guitar is doing. Okay, so, oh my gosh, we're going to isolate vocals. This is the money. This is why you guys are all here. Okay, so let's see what this sounds like.
One more night of overtime, keep me up in this box with knuckles white. Well, I got bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. I'm so moody. Then you caught me by...
Wow, so the beginning is me and Luke singing. And then, oh man, when Reina and Nico come in, that is just so nice. For the most part, I'm gonna say that so much. I need to stop saying for the most part. I need to come up with other things to say. I really wanted to keep Nico and Reina, any extra background vocals, like to a single, just because when we do it live, you know, I feel like that's more authentic to who we are. But these, like, bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. And then I think, what are the harmonies are actually crazy.
Bills to pay and I got mouths to feed.
Bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. Bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. Those I need a little extra. So you're gonna see, boom, you got 2 layers right there. Cause why not? You know, we cheat a little. Sure, we can't double Nico and Reina in real life, but we could do it in Pro Tools. And that's why Pro Tools is king.
I got bills to pay and I got mouths to feed. I'm so moody.
Woo! Yeah. As you can tell, this Moody, I wanted it to sound huge. So we recorded 4 of me, 4 of Luke, 4 of Raina, and 4 of Nico. So we have a thing where whenever we record Raina, like double her part, we call it a mega Raina. This is a mega happy fits, okay? And gosh darn, I wanted these to just like really tickle your ears. And it looks like, we just used our good friend 1176. And I feel like that does a really good job of like pushing things up front, adding some fun coloration, and usually just like a little bit of teeth is usually, it can add a lot of teeth if you want. Just take away low in there. Nothing cool, nothing fun about that. But that's fun. Does this sound like a bunch of like children? Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so that is all the stuff that's going on in the intro and verse. We are going to take a break right now because someone asked a really important question that I should have gone through before we even started this. But they asked, what was the meaning of this song in your words? And like, obviously I should have started with that because like, what is the point of doing any of this if like, you don't know what the emotional goal is here with this music? Like why did I do any of this, right? Right? And I had just moved to Brooklyn when I started writing this song, and I really wanted to find love, but the thing about Brooklyn is that rent is too damn high. So I remember being like, okay, I have to be really good. I have to, budget my money. I have to, I lived in the Hasidic community, so I had to shop at the Hasidic grocery stores. Things were a little bit more expensive because of that. I didn't live in the Hasidic community as one of the Hasidic people, but that's just like where I could find really affordable rent. So I was like, okay, I have to be really good. And then, as I slowly found out, I am really bad with my money when I start to like someone, and then I'm like, oh, I can like, it doesn't matter how like stressed I am or like, or how much stuff I have to do. I will go out of my way to, be with the person that I want to be with. And that's why, I'm talking about bills to pay and mouths to feed. And then you caught me by my eye with this helpless feeling. And now you're the only thing I can think about. And I don't care what it's going to take, what means I have. I'm going to make it happen. So that's kind of, it's goofy, it's silly. But have you met me? Wow. There's so many tracks here. So does that make sense? Are there any other questions? Yeah, I know. If you're watching right now, speaking of bills to pay and mouths to feed, you better send a Galaxy, because, YouTube's showing you up right now, TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Someone said, and your college debt. I actually went to school for 1 year, and then I dropped out. So I'm college debt free. And that's where that line, I cannot afford to love, comes from. And I just feel like, why does it have to be so expensive to like be in a relationship? Like why isn't there more access to free public spaces? Like, oh, we have to go to the movie theater. It's a $20 ticket for each of us. It's $40. You want to get some popcorn? The popcorn's $12. And I'm going to get a refill. So, it's $24 on top of $40. And then you want a drink, which is $8 these days. That's actually crazy. 2 of them, $16. What are we up to? We're at $44 plus $16, $60 just to go see a movie. That's kind of crazy. Plus tax and tip now. Everything, you have to tip now on everything. It's the law. And we're up to $70 just to go see a movie. We should have more public spaces that we can take hot dates to. Who's with me? And that's why we have TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, because we have to solve this public spaces thing. And the only place you can solve this public space problem is online. Everyone looking at their screens. That's where it's gonna happen. Okay, tirade over. We're going to the pre-chorus, which is my favorite part of the song. Here we go. Another muted. Okay.
Caught me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody wants to love you. You're the apple of my eye, what I'm always eating. Everybody wants to love you. Oh, everybody wants to love you. But I cannot afford to love. I can't get my mind off.
Okay, so I think the engine of this section that makes you want to go, it's the guitar, right? That's how everyone dances when they hear this part. They're like, this feels like, yeah, like you're really riding the horse now. Let's listen to this guitar. Actually, I'm gonna play it, then I'm just gonna solo the guitar so you can hear it.
Caught me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody wants to love.
So I remember doing this and like the demo was a little different. There was like less stuff in it. So that was coming through a bit more, but I was like, it's not enough, you know? I don't know what that was. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. So I think there is a little bit of added shaker that comes in on the left. You can hear it. We have a lot of auxiliary percussion, as we like to call it. So that's what's going on. I feel like that's the engine of that section. But like let's take a listen to the drums, see what they're doing here, because these drums are fun. Yeah. Add in that shaker on the left side. Yeah! I really fought to have the bass do this crazy line. And I think everyone used the word hunky-dory. I don't know what that means, but they said it was too hunky-dory when this was... I mean, that's fun. And then the bass is just playing, I don't want to say boring. It's playing the bass notes as a bass should. I really wanted it to go, but I lost that. Sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. You know what I mean? Someone said it sounds garage bandy, and I think that's so cool that you're pointing that out. That shaker sounds so garage bandy. Like, sounds like a drum machine, but in like the mix, it literally sounds like a real shaker, and it plays. You know, that's the term that they use in like in showbiz and like when you're making movies and stuff. It plays as a shaker. I was in a very just like everything headspace when we did this, and I wish that the bass would do the same, but it doesn't, and it holds down a really solid foundation, which is what you need in music. Let's check out what the guitars are doing. That's such like someone saying on TikTok, Queen Janine. It reminds them of disco. That's like, where's the line between country and disco? You know, because it is a little bit country. Like there is that little like. The cool thing about rock music is like once you add in that distorted guitar, though, it like, oh, it's rock. You know, like there's no doubt about it. It's definitely rock. Let's see if I can get this in here. I have this fancy little thing that I can like do things with. I could like solo things and make things cool. So here we go. I'm gonna mute Nico, and then I'm gonna add back in so you can hear. Okay, this sounds like country disco, and then you add back in. And then once you get that distorted guitar, it's just like, okay, this is rock. This is rock. This is not your grandma's rock and roll. Okay, okay, whoa, that's a crazy comment. So it said Beach Boys meets Proud Boys type of mix of Southern and disco. Okay, I don't know necessarily if I'd put it that way, but that is a group of words that can be put together to make a sentence. Someone said, took a history of rock music class a year ago, and OMG, you would not believe how many genres are interconnected to each other. It's actually crazy. It is actually crazy. You know, I feel like that's like the beauty of it all is like whatever you grow up with, if you end up being a writer, you kind of like, you know, you morph it into your own version of that and things slightly change. And, you know, that's just kind of how art has been evolving throughout all of humanity. Everyone getting to apply their little twist on it. Moving on. Are you guys still with me? Oh, someone said they're wearing their tour shirt right now. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, we just put up all of our merchandise from our tour. I believe some people call it a liquidation sale. And you can go liquidize it for yourself. Let's see. Oh, so there's some fun cello stuff going on here. It's called lead cello. And I bet it's decapitated to hell, all hell, to really cut through. So one thing we've noticed, me and Ahab, throughout like the years, is like sometimes if you record cello, we don't know if you record cello just right or just wrong, it will sound like a saxophone, especially sometimes when you distort it. I want everyone to close their eyes when I play this back and tell me that this could be a saxophone. Wait, no, where'd it go? It wasn't there. Why was it so quiet? Oh, it's because I did this. Either way, it sounds pretty dope. One more time. Okay, saxophone or cello. If you're just tuning in, close your eyes, type in the comments if you think this little saxophone or cello. And do not use the context clues in the room to answer that question. That's some hot sax right there. Yeah. Okay. Someone said, don't close your eyes if you're driving. Don't. Why are you watching? Why are you doing this when you're driving? There's so much better stuff to be listening to while you drive. That doesn't need, you know, visual cues. This is a visual video that we're doing right now because you get to see all these lines and read the chat. How we doing, everyone? How we doing? Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is really fun. I don't get to do this a lot. So again, thanks for tuning in. Let's see what's going on with the vocals here. Okay, this is gonna be a little crazy. This is gonna sound.
Then you caught me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody wants to love you. You're the apple of my eye, what I'm always eating. Everybody wants to love you. Oh, everybody wants you. Everybody wants you. But I cannot afford to love. I can't get my.
So let's find this out. Oh, it looks like I'm doubled here.
Then you caught me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody wants to love you.
So we got Luke on the got me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody wants to love you. One thing that I really loved doing this record is like I like studied the harmonies of ABBA and I realized how much I love to just like find the note that you could just stay on for as long as possible. And that's what we did a lot here. So Luke is going, "Come me by surprise with this beat." That's when he finally changes. But it's all that. Let's find out what's Raina doing. She's probably doing the same thing in octave up, because that's also another thing. Mamas and Papas, ABBA took so
You
much.
caught me by surprise with this helpless feeling. Everybody
So
wants
she stays on the beat longer than Luke. She's like, "Caught me by surprise with the simplest feeling." That's fun. I love that. And then we got Nico going, "Love you,
to love you.
love you." That's fun. We had Nico doing something the whole time, but then we were like, okay, this is too barbershoppy. That's the fun thing about harmonies. And the dangerous thing about harmonies is, like, if you go too far, it starts to sound like Kids Bop a little. So it was always about finding the sweet spot. And that's why singing Big C's hard. You gotta make those calls sometimes. Like, if it sounds like Kids Bop, it's no good. Can't have a bunch of 20-year-olds sounding like a bunch of toddlers.
Everybody wants you, but I cannot afford to love.
That's crazy right there. So that's like I remember writing this song and I was like, can I like lead into a chorus with like a, I don't know, it's like what, like a major 2 or something, major 2 with 7, and the answer is sure, why not? Do it, kid.
Love,
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 ooh, love, love, love.
love.
That one took a lot of practice. I'll tell you that much. And some people were not happy that those had to end up being the notes. But it's a fun chord. It really is. Because, like, did I have a guitar? Can I get a guitar here? Whoa, what does this guitar do? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I mean by how crazy this chord is. It's something I don't think we've ever really done before in a song. I just gotta tune this to drop D real quick. Alright. Why is this so out of tune? So we're in E major. Got me by surprise with this feeling. Everybody wants to love you. Oh, everybody wants you, but I cannot afford to love. Like, usually we'll lead into a chorus with either like a 4 or a 5. I cannot afford to love. We do something, some cadential action or something. I cannot afford to love. But like fucking, oh shit, I didn't curse. I don't know. Something was so nice about doing that, because it's like it's the third love, but we got the 2 in the bass. Love. So it's like a weird 9 action. It's not something that we do a lot ever, maybe ever again. But that's always, it's fun. It's fun. So like if it didn't do that, what would it do? It would be like, everybody wants to love you. Oh, everybody wants you. Imagine it just did 2, 5, 1. But I cannot afford to love. Like, it's too sunny, especially on the words I cannot afford to love. Everybody wants you, but I cannot afford to love. I don't know, something to consider. It's like it had to be that weird chord. We ran into that a little bit with So Alright Cool Whatever too, with the chord leading back into the verse. Sometimes you just gotta play a weird freaking chord. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I think before we head to this chorus, let's take some questions. Who's got some questions? Again, if you're on Hi. If you're on TikTok, send those galaxies because we have a galaxy quota that we have to hit, or else they're gonna get me. So, hello. Oh boy. Okay, so many questions. Okay, someone said regarding demos, were parts of "I Still Think I Love You" taken from the old "What Could Be Better" demo, Mind Radio? One, how do you know about that demo? And two, no. That's crazy. That's a real old demo. Okay. So, someone said, do you write the lyrics first or work on the tune first? Always the tune. But branching out as of late. Someone said, can you greet my friend? Sure. What's their name? Let me know. Someone said, what song took you the longest to write and produce? That's coming from Emma S on TikTok. This one, for this record, probably took the longest to produce because I think we're about to get to this section. This has like a big problem section, and it's the chorus. And, there were a lot of opinions on how it should be, what it should be. There's a version of it somewhere. There's a crazy like synth part that made it sound like a circus. I'll find that version. I'm gonna find that version. And yeah, import some tracks or something. Okay. Let's see. Let's take one more from TikTok. Did you intentionally write Lovesick as a concept album with every song being about love? I did not intentionally do that. I feel like the songs that I write, it's kind of like a diary for me. So I truly was just going through that, that kind of phase in my life where I was just like, I need to write about love. And like, it was so nice writing about that after Under the Shade of Green. Cause like, I feel like everyone had their pandemic record of like, oh, I'm like cooped up and losing my mind. And it was nice to kind of like go back to what got me into writing songs in the first place. And that's love songs. That's like, all the songs by the Beatles. And yeah, that's really just like, why I love writing some music in general. It's like I can't express that feeling. That's so ineffable. Is that the right word? You tell me. Okay, let's take some from other platforms right now. YouTube says, what would be your dream collab? Right now, I love Geese. They're so cool. I would just love to like sit in a room and watch them play and ask them as many questions as I can. Someone said, congratulations on your engagement, by the way. Thank you so much. That's coming from TikTok. That means a lot to me. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's do this chorus. Okay. Let's listen and then let's talk about it. Here we go.
I can't get my mind off loving you, 'cause I'm in love with everything you do. So help me please from falling fast, 'cause there's no stopping this disaster. Say you won't, you say you love me too. I say
I think all we're going to talk about for this section is I lost my spot. All right, is just the scream at the end. I think that's really like all we have to really pay attention to. I mean, come on. It literally sounds straight out of like Mario. I had a scream there, and then Raina did that scream, and I was like, all right, that takes the cake. It sounds like Toad is like being burned.
love me too.
Fun. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start with the drums and see where that all takes us. How's it going? Someone said, how many takes did that scream take? We probably, I think each did like a few screams each. So think about that. There's like a moment in time where it's just a bunch of happy fits screaming in a room for hours on end. And then we made this song. Oh, we got the vocals soloed. I'm gonna turn that off. And this is it. So, you know, I love this little technique I learned about parallel drum compression. Like, it's so cool to me how you can like take something, you know, like without you can just take something and make it so much more exciting with some parallel compression. Parallel anything. You can run anything in parallel and make it a bit more exciting or ruin it completely. So the chorus hits, and then a lot of Happy Fits choruses on this record. As you can see, I automated this track to turn on or to like get unmuted. So here are the regular drums. This is from the Everybody Wants You to the chorus, and you hear them just kind of go like hush, 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 hush. But that adds so much excitement into the whole mix. You know, it goes like because we're dancing and it's and then we get to the chorus and it's like and it's like fire, flames, fireworks. It's like, oh, it does such a good job of like tricking the brain into being like, ooh, excitement, brightness. Okay, moving on. Let's put this kit together with the auxiliary percussion and see what they're doing. I think it's literally just a tambourine going, and that's Al Adams. Al Adams is the tambo man. He has done our tambo for every record. Al Adams rocks. You hear it on the right side there, folks. You hear it. Listen on use your right ear. If you're listening through your phone, put the right side of your phone up to your ear. Oh my gosh, I'm not showing the screen. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was a good catch. Someone's asking what's up with the snail pillow. The snail pillow was a gift given to us by a fan this tour, and I love the snail pillow. It traveled with us through the country at a not snail pace, and a not snail space at a not snail pace, and I just love it. I think I fell asleep with it like on my neck dozens of times, so I have an emotional connection to that snail pillow. So we got a kit going. And we got some tambourine going. Okay, let's listen to the bass. And I think this was kind of the big rub, is that I love a good hunky-dory bass line. Bum, 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 bum. I could listen to that all day. I think that's so fun. That's bouncy. It's big bottomed. I'm big bottomed. Some people sounds too much like circus music. And that's, you know, that's okay for them to think. So, moving on. Okay, let's add in some of this acoustic guitar. Just adding a little bit of brightness on the right side. There you hear the acoustic guitar on the right side. Here's the cellos. All right, adding in some Reina. Reina's coming in on your right side. Actually, Reina's coming in on your right side. Add some of those leads. So we have like I guess this track, this second lead guitar. There's 2 lead guitars going on top of a bajillion harmonies. What's going on? There's so much stuff. Everything you do, everything we can do is in this song. And these guitars, this was the missing piece, and this is what took this song so long. Is like we're like, what goes in the spaces of like everything you do? So there's like 8 beats there, just like space, and it's like, is space good? Do we want space? Do we want to just fill everything up? Everything else in the song is filled up. Why don't we just keep filling it up? So there's a version. Hopefully I'll show it to you later if we have time. This guitar, we were overdubbing something, and then we got to this chorus and we're like, let's just keep going down the rock hole. And we were like, let's make the most ripping guitar sound we can play and just have it go play along with the melody, because that's rock and roll. Sometimes it's just the simplest thing. Play the melody with the guitar in a super rock way and see how it sounds. And this is what you get. I mean, I love when the distortion sounds like it's ripping the speaker apart. There's some fun stuff. There's some fun automation going on here, and I think it's worth looking at what's going on. There's a few. Let's see. This is echo. Nothing. Yeah. So I guess it's in this part that's like. It's getting sent to this echo bus so that it kind of seems more euphoric, because there's that space to fill, and sometimes you don't want to actually add in a whole other part. You can just kind of like automate some effects to go up and, fill that space in a more natural way. So you hear like it blossoms, the sound blossoms, and you can see the automation happening right there. It's like going up, we're going up. Yeah, whenever automation is like closed, it's like, oh, nothing's going on. And you open it up, you're like, oh my God. And you know how I talked about space earlier? How you add space, and this is how I did that. We had an echo boy, double echo all the way across the sky. Yeah, sentence. I actually don't use Devil Lock a lot. I see so many people use it. So I'm actually surprised to see here, but I guess that is the sound of the echo. That's so cool. I didn't even know I used that here. But the real sound that you're hearing is the echo boy. Obviously it's the really distorted. Let's hear the echo without the Devil Lock. It's another type of distortion, saturation, square, rectangle. You like add that in and it's just like, it gives it just that extra like, that's the best way I could describe that. I don't know. It's so cool. Sometimes you just need these tiny little details. You need a bajillion tiny details to make the Taj Mahal. All right, moving on. No lead cellos here. Let's go through this. Let's do the vocals, because the vocals are kind of crazy.
I can't get my mind off loving you, 'cause I'm in love with everything you do. So help me please from falling faster. There's no stopping this disaster. Save me, won't you say you love me too? I say.
Okay, so there's a lot going on here, and this is like one of those songs where we kind of broke the rule of, okay, we're just gonna keep it nice and humble. One person gets one track. It just needed the layers. So I was called crazy for doing this, and maybe I just kept it in because of my own hubris. When we recorded me going, I recorded it like 3 or 4 days because I just like couldn't get it right. And like when I was finally like at my wit's end, I was like, I need to go in there and I need to scream it at the top of my lungs and just do it. So this is the take I would do. And I was like, it can't just be me screaming into the mic. I want to hear the space. I want to hear the room. I want to hear it feels like you're with the band in the room and I'm screaming in your face, but you also hear the reverberations of the scream going into your eardrums. So this right here, this is the vocal track.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
Well, it's actually this guy.
I can't get my mind.
Me and Ed, we like to call whenever I do that really forced distortion, forced like guttural. We call that eating a sandwich, and we try to avoid that because it's kind of silly. It happened a lot. Like Heart of It Answers, maybe the like Exception song or like Grow Back. You know, like let me dance. It's not even how I sound, but I can't do it unless I'm like in the zone. But like you'll hear it.
I can't get
Like that's not a sustainable way to sing. But sometimes when you're recording, you get to your wit's end. You need to do that.
I can't get my mind off loving you. 'Cause I'm in love with everything you do. So help me please from falling faster. There's no stopping this disaster.
So I was called crazy and that was a waste of time. But I was like, I want to record the room microphones because I'm gonna put it in there and I want it to sound good, and it actually sounded good. So here's the room.
I can't get my mind off loving you. 'Cause I'm in love with everything you do.
So that's the sound of AAD Studio, Diamond City Studio in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. That, and then together, it like actually sounds like, oh, I'm in the room with you.
I can't get my mind off loving you. 'Cause I'm in love with everything.
See, that's the dry. We're gonna do, this is the dry.
I can't get my mind off
Adding in the room.
you.
Wait, adding in the room.
'Cause I'm in love with everything you do.
Without the room. With the room.
So help me please from
It just makes it wider and it's more fun and real, you know, because when you listen to music, it's in a room and it's bouncing everywhere and going into your eardrums from all different angles. And hell, you know, why can't recorded music do the same? So that's what's going on with the lead. This is fucking, I need to stop cursing. How's everyone doing? Hey, if you're just tuning in, you know, make sure to drop a galaxy. Come on, help out your old pal Cal. Okay, so moving on, because this is where the magic is made. So there's the doubles. Okay, so everyone's singing again. I was like, I wanted them to sound so accented, and it's just like, and like in order to do that, I had to edit them. I had to cut each one short so that you just got the you. And I was like, if the band ever hears how this sounds just like by itself, they're gonna be like, you're crazy. But it works.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
You can see how I cut it. I can't get my mind, because it's really just the attack of the can't get to make it like pop through just a little bit more. So that's why it's edited like that.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
It's crazy, but it works. Here's the without the harmonies.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
Isn't that sick? Here's without those doubles.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
And then here's with the extra stabs from the rest of the band.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
Well, there you go. Sometimes, you know, this is like when you go into iMovie and you're like, I'm gonna put the reversey effect on it, and then it ends up being cool. You're like, I'm keeping that. Yeah, this is Pro Tools is just iMovie, just looks different. So there's harmonies here.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
And I kept those. I also chopped those up because, you know, why not? And then everything was can't get my mind, and then everything was ba boo ba rather than I can't get my mind out. It's a totally different feel, and that's not the feel I wanted. And at 4 a.m. when I'm making these decisions, I get what I want. All right, let's reset. Everything's gone crazy. All right, we reset everything. So that's the chorus. That's everything that's going on. Are there any questions about the chorus before we move on? Because we basically covered the whole sound. Popping pronunciation. Yeah, sure, you could say that. I don't think I've done. Someone said go through each member's vocals. Sure, we could do that. I don't think I ever did anything like this for at least any of the other tracks. You know, and it's funny because it's like sometimes you don't want to go too. You think you're going too far. It's like, have I spent too much time on this? Did we lose it? This was a song where it was like, keep going, keep going, keep going, and like the more we did to it, the better it felt. And you know, that's the crazy thing about music is you don't know if you have a keep it simple stupid song or if you have a go balls to the walls. What is this song? What is this? You see this little waveform? It's probably a breath. Yeah, it's a breath. All right, each member's vocals. Here's the parts that they sing live. So this is Luke.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
Here's Rana.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
Here's Nico.
I can't get my mind off loving you.
So that's that. Someone said, does reviewing stuff like this give you ideas for new songs? No, I say no. It does not give me new ideas for new songs. We got Kenoiti on TikTok asking, Calvin, release instrumental versions for Lovesick and My Life Is Yours. Someone could technically, you could throw this into, not that I'm endorsing this, you can do this, or you could have an AI thing trained to like just go through and take out all the music bits and you could probably make the song. Okay, what's your least favorite thing in the chorus? My least favorite thing in the chorus, I don't know, I love the whole thing. Like, why would we put it out if there was something I didn't love, you know? If I had to choose, man, I don't know. Maybe the cellos? And it's not that I don't like it. It's that I think if I were to do it again, I would have found a way to do it with just one cello. But that's what makes this song special. This recording special is that we did it in the way that I did it 2 years ago. And that's why it's special. And it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't done like that. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We're getting close to the end because there's not much, you know, everything kind of repeats. We have some fun little doubles in the verse, the second verse. There's such a fun harmony that Raina does on top. We have Raina going, I say, you say, what's the deal? And we got Luke going, lower, going, he's doing. I say, you say, what's the deal? It's a very short life. Like, come on.
I say, you say, what's the deal? It's a very short life with no appeal. Well, I got time to kill and I got pills to take. I'm so moody. Then you caught me by surprise.
Well, that's so fun. I say, you say, what's the deal? The verse, there were a lot of different versions of the verse, I'm not gonna lie, and not many of them were good. Hopefully we get to the demo at the end and I can show you what I mean. Let's see. Okay, we got, the only other thing I want to point out is that right before the second chorus, you're gonna get a super long scale, which, you know, let's just. And that's why you practice your scales so that you can play a, I think that's a Dorian scale, maybe? I think, is that Dorian?
I can't get my mind off loving you, 'cause I'm in love.
Oh, I do gotta say, for everyone watching, it makes some, if you can make an edit of this, like 7 to 15 seconds, and then, you know, post it on the internet and send it to us, that would just help us out a lot, because that is just, that's the name of the game these days. If you want to be a successful artist, you need an army of people that are going to clip your stuff and then post it on the internet, and then have a bunch of fake bots comment on it. So you don't have to do the fake bot part, but if you want to clip some stuff, that'd be really helpful for us. We'd like that a lot. All right, moving on. Let's talk about this bridge, because this bridge is so sick, and Reina just sounds awesome here.
You drive me crazy all the time. You spin in circles round my mind. And if the stars would all align, then would you love me? Would you be mine? I can't get my mind.
I mean, come on. All right, we're gonna ISO these vocals just so you guys can hear them. Come on. Well, I see right now CBR means Calvin Bridge, so I think, you'll hear it. So here's just Reina.
You drive me crazy.
That's another thing that really just like whenever I get to the decision of like, do I keep the breath or do I not keep the breath, more or less go for the breath. But it's always funny listening back, being like, the breath is in the song. Like, you hear the breath if you listen close enough.
You drive me crazy all the time. You spin in circles round my mind. And if the stars would all align, then would you love me? Would you be mine?
Someone said, what led to Reina singing this bridge? It's just so goddamn high. And I think I really wanted to, like, I really just wanted to. I always write songs like melody first. So I didn't want to change the melody. And like, I tried writing other things. I was like, this just feels so good. And like, here's music.
You drive me crazy all the time. You spin in circles.
Am I gonna hit the beat? Am I gonna hit the high beat?
Mind. And if the stars would all align, then
Yo, I don't hit that note on a normal day. Okay, well, I hit it there, but I usually don't hit it. So I'm like under Reina. You can see I'm 9 dB less than Reina. Just kind of giving her a little bit of support, and we make like a mega instrument, but it really just sounds like Reina.
you drive me crazy all the time. You spin in circles round my mind. And if the stars
So that's me singing harmony. I think we probably forgot to record the harmony, and then like that's just me in my Brooklyn apartment at like 3 a.m. being like, shit. We have to record something. What else do we have here?
my mind.
Mine. Just a bunch of layers that I had no business making.
And if the stars would all and if the stars would all would you love me?
That's very Vices and Virtues, Panic at the Disco right there.
Would you love me?
Put that all together, and you get a song. Moving on. Oh wait, I want to point out what makes up a lot of these tracks. Sometimes I get such a streamer voice, and I'm like, what makes up a lot of these tracks? There's a little cello orchestra somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. Oh yeah, it's here. Orc. Wow, we just unlocked. Look at it. So, like I said, I watched this Mix with the Masters thing. Like, I watch a lot of those series, and I think right before I went in to record this, I watched Dan Nigro talk about how he made Olivia Rodrigo's, I think it was Vampire. And he was talking about how he recorded the strings, and he used this technique where like he had his violin player stand in a different corner of the room, and then he would pan it so that sounds like, you have a bunch of cellos in a room. And I had an amazing engineer, Carl Bespoke. I was like, Carl, I want to do this. He's like, you got it. And then like, so I'd record like all 4 parts, move to a different corner, all 4 parts. It was like so tiring, and like, it sounds fine, but also at the end of the day, I'm like, I think I like just doing it I don't think I have to move around as much as as So don't always try stuff out to figure out what you like. This ended up being extra. I did this for every song. It's not like we recorded one song and then we're like, do we like this? I was like, we get to do it this way because I love Olivia Rodrigo. To be fair, I'm listening back now being like, well, that does sound pretty damn good. So maybe it is a really good technique. What am I doing? Let's go through the chain on this orchestra. So every group of three, which I took the time to color code them nice and pretty, because why not? Okay, so some EQ. Destroyed the low end. Don't know if I'd do that again, but why not? Took out the dirt. Again, 1176, so good at just like bringing things up and adding some excitement and color and grit, and love it. Oh, I had just gotten. Oh, this isn't even working, so we don't even. So that's not. You're not even hearing what that's doing. That's great. Oh wait, I guess my license expired. Spinning wheel of death, guys. This might be. Oh no, we got it back. We're gonna dismiss that. We don't even need that. Make it active. EQ P1A. I haven't even talked about this plugin, and I love this plugin. This is like it's like a really, really old. Well, it's a new emulation by U80 of a really, really old EQ, and it just has a top and a bottom, and it's really simple, but the knobs add so much color. And I recently really started to love things with less options, because my brain hurts, and I always suffer from the paradox of choice. That's a thing, paradox of choice. Like when there's too many things and you can't decide what to do. Here's what I would always do. As you can see, I boosted that low end way too much, and then I boosted the high end a nice little bit around 8K, and it just always like helps it cut through. And oh, I just love this. It makes it sound squeaky clean, and I just love that. And then we got some Valhalla right here. Valhalla is the go-to Verb plugin for everyone. I mean, there's an infinite number of Verb plugins, but Valhalla is like my trusty steed that never lets me down. Man, I love these cellos. That's jazz. All right, so yeah, let's finish out the song right now.
I can't get my mind off love, 'cause I'm in love with everything you do. So help me please from falling faster.
This was another section when we did those guitar overdubs when Nika started I think she just did this and she was like, I'm not actually gonna do that. I was like, what are you talking about? You gotta do that. And she was just going, and like, I love that like droning, like kind of thing. It's in a lot of songs. Round and Around is the first one that comes to mind. Yeah, I mean, come on. So there's two guitar parts, one staying on the another one's going just going up your scale line. Boy, does that add.
Help me please from falling faster. There's no stopping this disaster.
And then at the same time, we bring in the orchestra. The reason each one of these orchestras is so many, it's 3 microphones per part. Is it? Or is it? I've lost track, guys. I really don't know. What is this orchestra doing? What are we doing here? It's 3 different microphones, 4 different takes. So it's like I tried getting a violin, viola, cello, like tried to make a little string thing happen. But here's the guitars, the auxiliaries playing together. Just chaos, pure mayhem, pure just like but you know, that's what you guys love, and we wanted to give that to you. The last chorus is the only chorus that has the cellos actually playing along, and that's what kind of gives it that extra lift there at the end. I mean, come on. It's so fun. Oh, another cool thing I guess I want to point out before we get to this last chorus, which we kind of already got to. At this point, I'm just like going around just showing you fun little bits that I see. To kind of, this is a fun thing to discover. It's like when she's singing this build up.
Please from falling faster, there's no stopping this disaster.
So it's for like the whole time until there, it's just one Raina, right? And then at the you hear on the right side, she comes in, there's no stopping this, and then on the left side for this disaster, there's 3 Rainas. So like it gradually adds in, rather than it just like all coming in at the same time. It's like adding in a little bit by little, helps it build naturally.
Help me please from falling faster, there's no stopping this disaster. Save me.
And then you get 3 Rainas at the end, but you're like, oh, I didn't even notice that there's 3 Rainas. They just all snuck in so naturally. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, wow. So here's that last chorus. See if you, or that last build up, see if you can like just hear it.
Help me please from falling faster, there's no stopping this disaster. Save me, won't you say you love me too?
And because there's so much junk going on top, lovely junk, sonic, creative, amazing junk, the extra vocals are so needed to kind of like cut above all that. And also just like it builds. All right, let's listen to this song all the way through.
Help me please from falling faster, there's no stopping this disaster. Save me, won't you say you love me too? I can't get my mind off loving you, 'cause I'm in love with everything you do. So help me please from falling faster, there's no stopping this disaster. Save me, won't you say you love me? Save me, won't you say you love me? Save me, won't you say you love me too?
Let's listen to that lead guitar on the outro. It's doing some fun stuff. And that's that. That's everything you do. I said I was gonna play you a demo or something. So let me find. Can you guys see? You can't see when I go to that screen. Thank God. Okay, I'm gonna find this. It's somewhere on my hard drive. You guys have been such a lovely. Okay, now you can see everything I'm working on. We're gonna go back to there. Okay, no one, don't take any screenshots now. Okay, let me find out. I gotta find this. Open. Let's just import. Let's see if I import everything you do. How do I do this? I'm gonna go to the archive, LP4 sessions. Let's see. Old versions. No, that's not it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're about to wrap up here. I just promised I would show you a little bit of the demo. We don't have time to go through everything. I'm gonna be played off soon. Everything you do. Wow, session file backups. That's definitely not it. Oh wait, maybe it is. I think I lost the demo. No. Really? This one, the demo might be lost. Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna go into the archives. Because you guys asked, and you could hear the crazy verse that we had. Everything you do. Demo. Let's see. Everything you do. Everything you do. Let's go day modified. This is such a exciting way to end the stream, is Calvin looking through his hard drive at things to find the demo. What is it? You know what's gonna be on? Maybe it's gonna be here. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. You know what? It's not even gonna be there. I forgot. I put it on a website somewhere. I forgot what website it is. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Hey, I found it. Okay, look at me go. This is crazy. This is gonna sound insane. How do I do this? We go here. I'm gonna import it because you guys asked. It's so different. All right, and this, whatever I'm about to play, it stays in this live stream. You cannot share this on the internet. I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble, and they're gonna come for me. Where is this? Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you had fun. Let me know what song you want to hear next. Here we go. This is gonna be crazy, guys. This is gonna be crazy. Hi, guys. Welcome. Thank you for the congrats on the engagement. I am a renewed man. Okay, here it is. This is, oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna put that through there. All right, are you guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I haven't listened to this in so long. Okay, this is it. Then we're done.
Can you feel it? Like we're bound to a train, can't pull over, and it's running away to a place I don't need, but I'll go guaranteed. And it's fun, fun, funny. It's in motion, there's no stopping me now. This devotion pulls me up, brings me down. Can we cut to
You guys asked for it. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's crazy. Someone asked when that demo was made. January 2024. Yeah. Wow. How much has changed, guys? I think at that time, I was free, man. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, happy Pride. We love you guys so much. I'm gonna do this again. I've seen some people ask for Shake Me. Maybe I'll do Shake Me Ness. Maybe I'll just do the whole record. Well, I can't say I'm gonna do the whole record consecutively because I just started with the second track. So you know what? Let's do Shake Me next. Whatever keeps you guys coming back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, put all up our tour merch. Our tour merch is up for sale now. It's hard to talk for I've been on for like an hour and a half. This is me on my good behavior. I'm about to be me on my bad behavior. So thanks for tuning in, guys. For real. Love you guys. Again, YouTube community, that's where the party's at most of these days. So if you got any questions or want to share fan art, post it to the YouTube community. It's just hard to see stuff on Instagram. That whole platform kind of got zucked. So post your stuff there. Love to see it. TikTok, you stay TikToking. This was fun. Can't wait to be back, guys. For real. All right. Bye.